Welcome to Retro Upgrade. Has this ever happened to you? Why, you piece of... Stop, don't smash your NES yet. There's a really easy fix for this. Let's get started with the video. I'll try to simplify why this happens. The CIC or 10NES chip usually fails to communicate with the chip inside the cartridge and it starts a boot loop. It usually pulls the reset line low or high and doesn't let the console turn on. This also happens if you put in another region game than the console. There are three main fixes for these problems. The first one is just clean your cartridges, so it gets a better connection to the 10NES chip and it should work better. I'll open up the cartridge to show you the 10NES chip on the cartridge side. This is not necessary, but it's good to know. If you're planning on opening a NES cart, you will need a game bit. Here you can see the 10NES chip on the left side. The NES is really easy to open. It has 6 screws and it's a crosshead screw. No special bits required. Did you know that the NES has an expansion port that never got used? It's under the little cover. It's not necessary to remove the 2 screws on the controller ports. Tell me what you thought about the skit at the beginning of the video. When you're done, just flip over the NES and take off the cover. There are 7 screws holding down the shield. Remove them. Fortunately, all of them are crossheads. When you're done removing the screws, remove the shield. Now we need to remove the cartridge port. There are 6 screws holding it down and 2 special ones that are silver colored. They are a little longer, so remember where they were. Here you can see the silver screw difference. There are two more screws hiding near the RF modulator. When you remove the RF modulator, you can remove the cartridge slot. Just slide it towards the front of the NES. Now turn over the motherboard and disconnect the wires. You need to disconnect them because you need to remove the shield on the bottom as well. Remove the bottom shield. Now you should see the entire motherboard. Remove the edge connector. This could be the second problem. Just wiggle it around and you should be able to pry it off. Clean the connector on the motherboard and the connectors inside pins as well. Use some IPA here as well and a cotton swab. These connectors can get tarnished over time and make some problems with the CIC as well. Make sure you do both sides as well. Onto the connector. Clean it with some IPA and a cotton bud. Check all the connectors for bent pins or oxidation. Be gentle when you do this so the cotton bud doesn't get stuck on the pins and bends them. Do a visual inspection of the pins. If anyone is bent out of shape, try to bend it back with a pick. Wait until fully dry, then reconnect the edge connector. And try again on the TV. If it still doesn't work, then you need to cut off the leg on the CIC chip. This is the CIC chip on the NES motherboard. It has different numbers depending on the region. This is a EU model, Spanish model. You need to cut the fourth pin from the left. You could desolder the leg, you could cut it off, or you could cut the trace. I don't recommend cutting the trace, but cutting the leg or desoldering it should be fine. It's the fourth pin from the right here to desolder. Use some solder wick and iron. This is just a demonstration. I opted to go with the cutters. It's easier, it's reversible, you can just put a blob of solder there and get it connected again. My flush cutters are slightly too big, so it's a little hard to do, but just pry it up after you cut it, so it doesn't touch, and you're done. You should have a working NES at this moment. If you don't, you have a bigger issue and a lot harder to fix. Like you can see, now it works. Hope you enjoyed this short video. Please leave a comment if you have any other questions. Check out my other videos as well. Thank you. Bye.